What up, guys? So recently I did a video where I was talking about the curse of the lazy guard player, and this is where a person basically just wants to sit back on their back all the time. Got a message from a big fella who says, I have the exact opposite problem. His name on here is Antiretum9569. He says that I'm the exact opposite. I'm a heavyweight, 6'2", 255 pounds. Don't know why I said it that way. He says, my top game is decent, side control is my go-to, but I really suck on my back. What are some ideal guard options or sweeps that I can use that are best for heavyweights who are slow and not very flexible? So, Antiretum, thank you for the question, brother. So, I'm going to give you about 3 different positions to play around with, and then you can explore the sweeps from there. But I'll say all of this with a caveat. Understand, I'm going to give you some ideas to chew on, as I always will. You have to take them and sort of play around with them yourself, because there's been many times where I will give one of my students a sort of direction to go and it doesn't work for them. And instead they go in a completely different direction. Like I've had really, really tall students and long students who play kimuras, which typically is not a good position for someone that's really, really long and lanky. I have had guys with short legs who became really good at triangle chokes. It's not the position I would have sent them. So always trust your own experience and what you feel over even someone like me, right? Just keep that in mind. That said, the direction I would probably send you in would be to look at 3 different guard positions and use them for specific reasons. So first off, full guard I think is really important. One, if you're newer, which it sounds like you are, full guard is going to give you the ability to just lock someone up and have some control of them, right? Because again, when you start playing other guards where there's a little bit of disconnection, where you're not completely connected all the time, it allows people to run around and it can be very tough in the beginning. Full guard can be a place where you can think of it as home base. You lock up here, you can slow things down, you can take a breath, and then when you are ready, you could either try to attack from full guard, but again, if you're not very flexible and not feeling that, you could use it then to open up to get to a position like half guard, which would be the first guard position I would probably tell you to explore in length as far as sweeps go, because as I've found over the years, bigger guys tend to do really well with half guard. It tends to be a good position for them. There's a lot that you can do there. There's a lot of variations of half guard that you can play. I've got several half guard videos on this channel. There's a half guard playlist. I'll put it down below. But when I see my students, big guys who are not very flexible, when I look at guys in competitions that I've competed against or seen, there's a lot of half guard being played at the heavier weight classes, right? Not so much of the inverting, flipping upside down to backside 50-50 type stuff. Happens sometimes, but you'll see half guard a lot. Now, the other position that I would probably direct you to, guard-wise, is butterfly guard. Butterfly guard is a great position. It's like a Swiss Army knife for a lot of positions because it's a great sweeping platform. It's great for submissions, and it's also a situation where it works for lots of different body types. You don't have to be this way or that way. It works for lots of different body types, and it can accommodate a lot of different options. And one of the cool things about it is it just connects to everything. So if butterfly's not working, you can always go back to full guard. If butterfly's not working, you can go to half guard. You can go to pretty much any position. I also have some butterfly videos. I'll put those in the links below. You can check those out and try some of that stuff. But those would be the 3 that I would tell you, sort of guide you towards if you're a big guy getting into jiu-jitsu and you're trying to play off your back. Use full guard as a holding position and you can attack with it and open up with it. And also too, Antiretum, I think it's how you say it. What you'll find is that as you get into jiu-jitsu, you'll probably gain a lot of flexibility. I've seen this happen a lot over the years where guys come in, they're very stiff, they maybe have a desk job, they're always sitting down, their damn hips are so locked up, and they're not used to moving their legs around in a lot of ranges of motion. They come in and train, and then over the course of a year or two, all of a sudden, they have new ranges of motion that open up to them because their body is moving into this. Their body is forced with this stimulus, and so therefore, they start to gain new attributes that they didn't have. So you'll probably find that, and as you get more flexibility, you'll probably have more techniques open up to you. And also, too, just as a side note, I'm going to put a link down below to a quick stretching video that you could use to help loosen up your hips, especially like, bringing those knees real close to the chest, stuff like that. That's going to be very useful. I'll put it in the links down below as well if you're a super not flexible person and that sort of thing. But anyway, those are my ideas. Full guard, half guard, butterfly guard, those would be some great places to sort of explore, see how they work for you. And Antiretum, thank you for the question, brother. I'll talk to you guys next time.